Hi and welcome back to Film Talks here. I've got myself, John Banks, and we've got,
Chloe?
and we're talking about Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2. So there will be spoilers for both films. So if you've not seen it, go and watch it and come back and listen to this
Mm.
podcast. So I'll start off. We'll talk about Deadpool 1. We'll start from the beginning. And I thought it was an excellent film for the kind of film it was. I don't know. What do you say, Chloe? What would you give it to 10? We'll start with that.
Out of 10, I'd give it like an 8.
Yeah,
I
that is
really
a
enjoyed
solid
it.
8 film. Rated R, so 18. Well, was it a
Yeah.
15 over here? I think
I'm
yeah,
looking.
it's a 15 over here, and
Yeah,
R
it's a
R
15.
rated in America because they have a different censorship thing.
Yeah, and Deadpool 2 is a 15 as
Yeah.
well.
So, what did you like about Deadpool? We'll start with that. What was it that got your attention with it?
Obviously, Ryan Reynolds,
Obviously,
the standout. Um,
star.
yeah, just kind of the comedy of it because I'm a big fan of comedy, and because I don't read comics or nothing like that, but I was just really interested in it because it looked really good. And it looked really action packed and that kind of thing. And I liked just kind of how subversive it is in a way that it was making out it was a love story and it kind of is,
Yeah.
but it's like the most gruesome, violent, but really fun love
Well, it's like
stories.
both of them. What is it? This one's first one's a love story, and the second one's a
This
family
is a
film.
family
Yeah, a
film, yeah.
family film. We'll do a quick run through of the plot for anybody who's not seen the film and for some reason still listening for the first one.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Spoilers, obviously. So it's a superhero film based on a character called Wade Wilson, who turns into Deadpool after he gets cancer. He goes into like treatment for it,
Mhm.
and they give him mutant powers, but like he wrecks his body, he gets all like monstery. I can't. What does the quote they use in it?
Which bit?
And when they're like discussing his skin, I forgot what the quote is.
I have no idea. I'm the worst.
Oh, it's something like that. Anyway, so he turned into Deadpool,
Yeah.
and
He can
he's not.
heal.
Yeah, he's got superhero, and he's not a normal superhero. He's an anti-hero.
Yeah.
So he's not a villain, but he's not like, yeah, superheroes are sick.
He's not a villain, but he doesn't exactly do superhero things, and he doesn't
Yeah,
identify as a superhero or a villain.
there you go.
Yeah.
Um, we carry on through the film. He's looking for the person who did it to him, Francis, and we get a lot of comedic events. Like he draws like pictures that like a 7-year-old would make, stuff like that. And he goes around just killing villains and looking for them. And we see he resides in the Marvel universe, but X-Men specifically.
Yeah.
So we see Cable and what is it, Negasonic Teenage Warhead?
Mhm. Just the two of them for the first film.
Yeah, we'll get onto that in a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, it came out in 2 days. Was it Valentine's Day? 12th of February, was
Yeah, it
it?
was
Or
February of
Valentine?
2016, and I know because I saw
It
it
came out.
twice that weekend.
Of course you did. Yeah, it came out as a love film. So they advertised it on like cinema posters as a love story. So when Valentine's came around, everybody would go and watch it. But
Yeah, like again, the
it's not your
subversive.
typical. It's not a typical love story, as they say.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons it did really well in um the first film did really well at the box office was because it didn't have much competition at the date that it got released in that February.
Yeah,
Because
it didn't. You're right. There was nothing out.
yeah, I think maybe Zootropolis was coming out
I
or
think so.
Zootopia, but again, like it had completely no competition and it was just a huge success
Yeah,
for
but
all the right reasons because it was great.
well, opening weekend it got 135 billion or million. Sorry,
Bloody
135 million.
hell. And compare that to like the Solo Star Wars release that
Oh,
weekend, this
oh,
weekend, that got like
oh.
what, under 100 million,
I don't
maybe?
know. Probably. I don't know. It did really bad.
Yeah,
But
I think
yeah,
so.
it did amazing. Nobody thought it was gonna work because it's an R-rated film. Every thought
Mhm.
it wasn't going to work because it was an R-rated Marvel film or like a comic film, and thought kids would go and watch it. And he showed everything, and he influenced the wave for the next films. As Chloe, our expert ex Marvel,
X
Chloe,
Men.
our X-Men expert, would say with Logan. So you take us away with that.
Yeah. It got it kind of greenlit the Logan R rating, which is it's kind low. It was unnecessary but necessary. But
Yeah,
but yeah, it did definitely greenlit the whole like R rating kind of superhero thing that it does work. It does make money. Just like superhero films aren't just for families kind of thing. Even though they never were, but they don't have to be marketed straight to like kids. They can be enjoyed by older audiences. And
yeah.
Deadpool is definitely one of those examples.
There you go. So going off Deadpool, the first one before it was in. How did you hear about Deadpool? Like, how did you get into it?
I um
Was it like through the films or?
n- no I think it was this YouTube reviewer Jeremy Johns. He reviewed the leaked Deadpool footage, and that got me interested in it. And then it was just kind of like like word of mouth, that kind of thing. And then
Yeah,
obviously when it came out that they were actually making the film, and then the first trailers got announced, I got really interested in it through that kind of thing. So I was never like wholly invested before the film kind of thing, if you know what
yeah.
I mean. And I wouldn't say I'm like 100% invested now, but I watch them as a fan of like the X-Men films and
Yeah,
just a casual film fan rather than like a comic book fan, that kind of thing. But I know
see.
you're a big fan.
Yeah, I never heard of it until I watched like the game came out for the PS3 and Xbox 360, and I saw people play it,
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, this game looks sick. What is it?" So I went to bought it,
obviously.
and like it was like one of the best games. It was so good, so well written, like jokes, character. So then I did like more research into it, and I just got really invested into the actual character and and then when the test footage got released, it got even more hyped for the actual film. So I've just loved it ever since.
Oh, that's sick.
But going that, we'll talk about marketing for both films.
And it's just so clever, just
It's so good,
inventive, completely
and,
unique, just
that's why it
incredible.
does well.
Yeah,
And that's one because it's something you don't. It's with Deadpool. You're not getting the typical
you're not.
2 or 3 trailers and then the film release.
It's not even. It's also it's not just a film experience. It's an experience as a whole with the marketing and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
learn more about his character, kind of thing. You kind of get the kind of witty, sarcastic thing that he's going for, and then you go and watch the film, and you get like 2 hours of that, and it's like this is great.
Well, if you don't know, he breaks the fourth wall. That's basically his most
Yeah,
character. He breaks the fourth wall and interacts with the audience and does stuff like that. So I'm trying to think, what was some of the stuff for the first Deadpool?
it was a lot of it was just to do with it being a love story, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of how
Oh,
it was.
the emoji thing, the emojis.
Yeah, obviously.
Um,
I have a great um, Deadpool 2 marketing thing that we'll get onto that I saw the other day, which was great.
yeah, he brought. Well, he's the one who brought billboards things back, didn't they? They did billboards for him.
Yeah, I saw a really great Deadpool 2 billboard last Saturday as I was on my way home after I'd seen the film, and I was like, oh, that's so clever. It was a billboard of someone's nails that had been painted in all the different
Oh,
characters,
that's pretty good.
and it was really great. It's great that they can tailor them to kind of like because obviously Deadpool is quite rude and that kind of thing, but it's great that they don't have to always be rude. They can be really fun and like silly, kind of with like painted nails and stuff.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, yeah. Um, looking at the like promotion for it, it mixes old promotions what they used to do before we had like the internet, so like billboards and stuff like that, with new millennials kind of stuff.
Yeah, I get
So
what you mean. Yeah,
they did like billboards for it, So like they did the dead skull, the poo emoji, and then the L for Deadpool. Um, they've done like the picture of Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool and his girlfriend sat next to each other, and then like the love heart. But also
Yeah,
there's like he was on Tinder apparently.
not surprised at all.
On Tinder, and then, like, they did a Deadpool like Happy New Year like leaflet thing. There's a part of it where like they show a part of the movie script, and it's all edited by Deadpool.
Sick.
Um,
Well, he popped up in the Screen Junkies on his trailer for Deadpool, didn't
yep,
he?
he did.
Didn't he?
He put Conan as well. He did that.
Yeah, he did loads of like videos in front of a fireplace with all like mood.
Yeah,
A
that
fireplace,
the fireplace is the
a
best.
couch, just kind of like very
Well, on the
sensual and romantic
yeah,
mood.
on the vinyl that I've got for the soundtrack on the first one, if you open it up, he sat on like on the next to the fireplace on the rug, and it
Sick,
just says see you in the second one,
obviously.
obviously.
It's just very much it's very knowledgeable humor. Like they
Yeah,
know what they're going for and they know what they're doing.
but like I said, this one was a um very hit or miss film. It could have been. People got the
Oh,
hype for it,
definitely.
but they didn't know it. A lot of people didn't know it as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And the thing is, it's not exactly a new thing. Like it's not doing anything new with the character. It's just the basic origin story. But it's it's just really funny and fun and it's just nice to see
yeah.
something kind of take the piss a bit.
So we'll go on to Deadpool 2 while we're talking about it. Deadpool 2's like
Oh,
um
actually,
advertisement.
one
Go
thing
on.
to say about Deadpool 1, the budget,
It's very low. Yeah, 58 million it was.
but how well they use the budget
Yeah.
in like the action sequences, the one where he gets his
Oh yeah,
guns.
when he gets all the guns and he's like, "Where's your duffel
Yeah,
bag?" He's like, "Oh fuck." So he's just like got a
because that's
pistol.
because that's one of the thing I noticed when I was watching the film for the first time. I turned to my friend and I was like, "He's left his guns in that taxi,"
Yeah.
and then he phones him up, and it's like it's just so
So
they
well done.
know it is so well done, that kind of thing, to kind of to keep it
S-
under the budget,
But make a
but
comic.
for
But keep some
but make it
comic effect out of it.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this had a higher budget, obviously.
Oh,
It
obviously.
was 110 million second one.
That's like double the first one's
Yeah.
budget, isn't it?
But
Which is no surprise.
yeah, they smashed it, didn't it? But
But even then, it doesn't sound like much of a budget
it doesn't compared to like other films. But
compared to, I imagine, Avengers Infinity War.
oh, I know. But it's like you said, it's so well done and it's so innovative for its time. The use of like
This is Deadpool 1.
yeah, both of them actually, just both of them.
Yeah, both of them, definitely. But more so, I'd say more so Deadpool 1 because
Yeah,
it was such a surprise. Because I don't think everyone wanted it to do well, but people were obviously kind of worried.
that it
And
wouldn't.
then it did.
It was comic book fans going watching it,
Yeah,
and then he's like smashed it and it became a hit, leading on to
yeah,
like Logan getting an R rating and knowing stuff like that to Deadpool 2 as well getting greenlit.
yeah. And probably loads of other R-rated stuff.
Yeah, popular. Well, getting on to Deadpool 2, we'll go on to that one now. Uh,
Yeah.
we'll do a quick recap of Deadpool 2 and what
Hmm.
it's about for people who've not, people who are still listening for some reason and not seen it. Don't know why you would do that to yourself. Go out and watch
Yeah.
it.
Well, I suppose I think that's one of the good things about kind of both films. I'd say more so Deadpool 1 is that because it's kind of so basic in its plot that when you say anything about it, it's not necessarily spoilers because nothing exactly exciting, not exciting, nothing, it's no Avengers Infinity War, you know what I mean? Like you can talk spoilers with
Yeah,
Deadpool. I'd say less so with Deadpool 2. There are some twists.
I'm just looking at IMDb now, right? And I was looking at the storyline, and it's the best thing I've never noticed this. The storyline for Deadpool 2, and this is nowhere near true. It's after surviving a near total bovine attack, a disfigured cafeteria chef Wade Wilson, struggles to fulfill his dreams to become a Mary Bay's hottest bartender while learning to cope with his loss of sense of taste. Searching to regain his spiteful life, as well as a flux capacitor, Wade must battle ninjas, the Yakuza, and a pack of sexually aggressive canines as he journeys around the world to discover the importance of family, friendship, and flavor. Finding a new taste and adventure, earning convented coffee mug titles of World Best Lover, written by World 20th Century Fox.
Oh,
It's a
well,
completely different film.
yeah,
Obviously, Deadpool's written it. No, it's
obviously.
yeah, it's a
But even then, like, it's the little things like this, like,
yeah.
it's just so clever.
It's basically he comes back again. His girlfriend dies.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. His girlfriend dies. They want to have a kid, but they can't because she dies. Obviously, he goes out trying to. Is it find the person who did it again?
No, he'd already killed
Oh,
the
it
person
kills.
who
Oh
did
yeah,
it.
he goes and tries to save a kid. Who then the main bad person in this, Cable,
Yeah, Cable, played
come
by
comes
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin, who comes and tries to kill him. They must, and they form a team. Is which team is X Force, and yeah, they're going to try to stop Cable. Where then
From killing this kid because this kid
Firebreaker,
kills Fire Fist.
Firefist, sorry,
This kid kills Cable's
family.
family in the future, and
Yeah,
he comes back in time to kill him
it's
from
like
stopping it.
basically. But then we
Yeah,
go into further on where he releases the Juggernaut, who's in this film as well.
yeah,
And Cable and Deadpool must team up to become best super friends
yeah.
and
Kind of. They do a little team up.
stop the kid and Juggernaut and save the world.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the world, because
Save them.
that's
Whatever they save. They save
yeah,
something.
because that's also one of the things that is really good about Deadpool is it's small scale. They're not saving the world. They're saving like themselves and each other, and
Yeah.
it is very small scale, which is nice because it's not always over the top. Like we have to save the earth. Everyone's gonna die.
Yeah.
It's like nah, but 3 people are gonna die.
Nah.
So like maybe maybe that's
But
okay.
nah, it's only three people. But right, going on to it, right. Compared to the first one, where would you rate this one? Is it better or worse?
I liked it better.
You liked it better.
I did like this one better.
Oh.
More. Sorry, that's bad
What did
English.
you like about it?
I liked the. It was. It's so hard to explain. Not because it was had a bigger budget. It was able to kind of be bigger
Yeah.
and like be more kind of what I liked about the first film. It was able to just kind of expand that and introduce new characters that I thought were really great and just genuinely be the first one but bigger and better.
Yeah. I
And
can.
I liked it. I
I
liked that it was funnier.
I like right. See, I liked it. It's up there compared to the first one. It's like right next to it, but I think the first
Yeah.
one just beats it. Like this one, the second one has great jokes in it. Like the opening joke. If you don't know, he's lying on like a lot of gasoline, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Logan got an R rating, and he has to go and fucking kill himself. So I'm just gonna one up him anyway." So
Yeah.
and then blows himself up, and
Sick.
we had the flashback. But yeah, the jokes are good in it, and the action sequences. I don't feel like the story's there though compared to the first one.
What you mean?
Narrative wise, I don't. I'm not a massive whole fan on the story. Like I like it, but compared to the first one, I understand it's a backstory for the first one, but I don't know. I feel like the narrative wise, it's not up there with the first one.
It's not as compelling.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm just like
Yeah.
a bit through it. I'm like when he kept on going back to Vanessa, and I'm like okay, yeah, I get it.
See, those are my favourite bits because I think they were the bits that allowed for the most character development with Deadpool because when he was going back and he just wanted to, you just know how much he loves Vanessa and he wants to see her so bad, but he has things to do and it's just kind of, I do think it was really compelling to see him kind of be a bit down on his luck.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but I felt like we got the whole love how much he loves Ines in the first film as well. That was a whole
Yeah,
like
I get that.
basis, like
That was the whole part of the
yeah,
first film.
and
Yeah,
then it's just
that's
like
why
it's
it,
just
it
gone
did
on it.
shock me. Yeah, it did shock me when they killed her. I was like, oh, that's where we're going this time.
But did they? And we'll come back to that.
Ooh, yes, we will.
Oh
But I think one of the things as well that actually no, we'll go back to marketing, won't we?
no, go on, go on. What you gonna say?
The trailers, they didn't show what a lot of what happened in the
They
film, if
didn't.
you know what I mean.
They didn't. You're right.
As in like Vanessa dying
They
and
showed. They mostly just showed the cable bit in the prison
yeah,
and the kid. Oh,
yeah.
and jumping over the trucks.
They just kind of showed like the action sequences bit. They
Yeah,
didn't show like the kind of plot,
and that's
which
good. It
was
was good.
which was great, yeah, because it was a big surprise when you watch the film and it's like, oh, they're going in a different direction.
Yeah.
But I did like this one a lot more because it was just so much funnier. Not that the first one's not funny,
No, I can see what you mean though. This one has got a lot like really good
but
stuff
this,
in it.
yeah,
Oh,
the
there's
whole
so
the
many.
whole X Force bit
Yeah,
just
but
it
there's
killed me.
so many references, isn't there? Compared to the first one, there's so many references to other things.
Yeah,
So you've got Adventure Time makes a appearance back.
obviously his Adventure Time
It's
watch.
a limited edition.
Ugh.
Oh, um, it makes reference twice, is it, to X-Men Wolverine, X-Men Origins Wolverine?
Um,
Because he doesn't.
I know there's the one reference at the end,
Yeah,
but
but the one when they're on the truck and he's spinning his blades to cut the bullets.
oh yeah.
So that's what he does in the first one.
See, that's the thing. There's so many
Yeah, there's so many. I
references that you can't
Frozen.
pick.
That for some reason that's a reference.
Yeah. They reference the actual X-Men universe with a
Yes,
cameo
yes,
from some of
in
the
the house.
newer people in the X-Men mansion, where he goes on about how there's like always three people in there, and then there's the turns and there's a shot of like I noticed Evan Peters as Quicksilver, Beast, um, Scott. I'm pretty sure I'm not 100%, but I think Professor X is there and Jean and maybe Storm, and then I'm pretty sure it's Beast who like slowly closes the door over,
Yeah, I noticed
and
a
it's
couple of
just a
them,
great nod.
but it goes back to the first one as well because they've got a higher budget in this one. Going back to the first one where they open the door and he's like, "What does he say in the first one?" Oh, it's like they can't afford any more stars
Yeah,
when they opens the door for like ask for the help.
yeah, it's like the budget can only afford two X-Men.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah,
it does.
go on.
This one just is. I really like it because it's a lot more action packed as well, and the whole scene with the X Force I thought was so clever
Yeah,
because obviously there could have been the comment that, oh, if they're gonna introduce all these characters, it's gonna be so bloated, it's gonna be so crowded, this isn't Avengers, like blah blah blah, and then they just go spoilers and straight up kill like all of them except
oh,
for Domino, which I thought was
Domino
brilliant.
is such a good character though in this.
She's great. I think her name's Zazie Beats. I'm not 100%
Something
sure,
like that.
but she was great.
Yeah, that her character, and it was like, "What's your superpower?" Look's not a superpower. Well, it is.
Yeah, clearly it is.
But
Oh, with Peter as well.
oh,
He was just
Peter
great.
W. Yeah,
Oh, loved it.
yeah, he had his own Twitter account, didn't he, and everything. Created a whole
Yeah,
Twitter and shit for him.
not surprised at
His
all,
little sugar, what is it? His little sugar bear.
obviously.
Oh,
But yeah,
it's so that, and yeah, they all just like die straight away.
yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, all right, that went well.
Ooh, that's a lot.
But yeah, going on, what was going on about?
To the marketing of this film, Deadpool
Um,
2.
yeah, Deadpool 2.
They did a whole lot more this time round than they did the first time.
Yeah, yeah.
they had a whole Celine Dion
Oh, for the
song,
soundtrack.
which is beautiful. This Celine Dion song Ashes is so beautiful, but I cannot listen to it
I don't like
without.
it.
I love it. I
I
think
don't.
it's so great.
I listened to it when it came out, when they did the whole music video thing
It,
for it.
yeah, so that, but I can't not think Deadpool, and it's kind of ruined it because it's such a beautiful song, and then it's like, but it's so funny
I cannot. Yeah, but
that they,
I'm not a fan. I listened to it once and I was like, oh, it's
yeah,
okay. Maybe I'm not a huge fan of Celine Dion.
maybe that's why then.
Maybe. But this, yeah, we'll go on to soundtracks and talk about that. The soundtracks of these films are amazing. They're so intuitive. I
I
like them anyway. Go on.
I'm not a big soundtracky person.
Neither am I. I just know the soundtracks for this one.
Yeah, but
Um,
I imagine they're really good, and
the f- the
they
first
had
one.
a whole during this the last kind of action sequence, the orchestral like music in the
Oh
background. Oh,
yeah.
what was it? It was saying like, "Oh fucking shit,"
Yep. Yeah.
something so funny that it's just kind of like even tiny bits like that are so Deadpool and so on the
But
nose and so
it's like the
clever.
second part in it, like in the second one when he like breaks through the building in the first one, and he's like, oh, he's like, oh, Dolly hit it for Dolly Parton. And he's played 9 to 5.
Yeah, which is
While he's
brilliant.
killing people.
Yeah, because obviously
Yeah, going to the first one though, you've got songs like, what songs is it? Calendar Girl, DMX.
they have a whole Deadpool song as well, don't they?
Yeah, Team Headkick made it, and they've changed it for the second one. They changed that song for Exos.
Yeah,
I like the subtle nod as well to when, do you know, Deadpool gets burnt and his suit goes all grey.
what's that to do with?
In the comics, in actual X-Force comics, he changes his suit to grey and black. His suit's grey and black.
Oh,
So that's the whole point of the thing. I was thinking, and I want your opinion on this one. Do you know the bit when he goes back to the blind woman, Al,
Al.
Al, that's it. I couldn't think of her name, and he gets the cocaine.
Yeah,
Do you think that's a sort of nod to the first one when he's like, I've hidden
yeah,
cocaine,
yeah. It is because it's when he said in the first one, I hid like something like £100 of
cocaine,
cocaine next to the cure for
yeah.
blindness. And when he goes and he gets it, and the cure for blindness is underneath it, it's
Is
definitely
it?
like a.
I
It's
didn't see,
definitely
I
an.
didn't see the Cure for Blindness one.
I did, yeah.
Oh,
It's definitely a nod to the first film.
yeah. Well, we'll talk about the end credit scene before we end it. The end credit scene, sorry, there's 5 of them.
Is there?
Yeah, there's
Oh yeah, there is. There's. Let's. Shall we list them?
yes, go on, we'll list them. So you got the Wolverine one, X-Men Origins.
X-Men. He saves Vanessa.
He saves Vanessa. He
Saves Pete.
kills himself and kills Pete.
No, saves Pete
Yeah, and then kills
and
himself.
kills Ryan Reynolds before he does Green
Green
Lantern.
Lantern. Yeah,
What's the fifth
and
one?
them fixing the actual machine.
Ah.
So
Yeah, Yukio
yeah.
and Negasonic Teenage Warhead, my OTP.
You're what?
OTP, One True Pair.
Oh, okay. Never heard
Throwing it
that
back to
before.
when I was a Tumblr fangirl.
Of course. But yeah, yeah, we'll start with him fixing the time thing. So the thing's off Cable because Cable stayed because
Yeah, because he went back in time to save Deadpool.
Deadpool, yeah, with the coin or the token from the arcade
Yeah, because it was made of lead.
lead, yeah. So he has to stay, and they fix the thing, the
The time
time
travel
machine,
thing, yeah.
yeah, to Deadpool goes and uses it without Cable knowing. So
Mhm.
he goes back in time and he kills himself in X Men Origins. If you don't know, Deadpool's in that film, X Men Origins Wolverine.
A version of Deadpool,
A
kind of.
version of Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds plays Wade Wilson at the start until he transforms and he's got no mouth, no katanas, no suit, nothing.
He
It's
has
really weird.
katanas. He just has them in his body.
Oh yeah, like Wolverine. It's really weird.
Wait, yeah. And then he has lasers for eyes and
Yeah, can
can like
teleport.
teleport.
But yeah, they made reference to that in the first film as well with the action figure.
Yeah, they do.
That's pretty good nod. But yeah, he goes and like they cut the scene where like he's standing at the door and he comes in with a gun and just shoots him multiple times and just kills him
Yeah.
off. Um, what's the Pete one gonna again, Chloe? Go on.
He goes back in time to the bit where the X Force are all together and they're going onto the trip into the to stop Cable from killing the
Oh
kid
yeah.
on the like convoy thing, and saves Pete from trying to save this other dude, which is why Pete died. But Pete
Ah.
doesn't die because
Oh,
Deadpool saved
yeah,
him
it tells him go
and
away, don't it?
tells him to
Just
go home.
leave.
Yeah,
Um, he got himself like with Ryan Reynolds. He sat at his desk and he's got the Green Lantern script, and he
shoots
just
himself in the
shoots him
head.
back, shoots him in the back of the head, tells him no do it, and you got where he saves
uh,
Vanessa as well. Going to that one.
yeah, which is all kind of it's kind of paradoxical at the same time because if he saved Vanessa, then that means that Deadpool doesn't really exist
Yeah,
because he only exists in the timeline where Vanessa is dead.
yeah, but I don't think we really get into that
Got another
because
text. Kim Possible.
Kim Possible sending me another mission, right? Be quiet.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, I don't know. I don't know how that works because the whole like thing with Cable as well. Like he time traveled back to save Deadpool once he died and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the bear kind of the bear that he
Yeah,
brings with him was burnt, and then it goes back to normal.
yeah.
But technically, Cable should kind of disappear
Disappear.
because he shouldn't exist.
Yeah,
Because
timeline
that Cable,
things with time and timeline stuff is really weird.
yeah.
But
I think the only one that does it well is kind of X-Men Days of Future Past because that just kind of wiped the timeline.
not seen it, but it's yeah. Yeah.
Travesty.
I'm a massive X-Men fan.
I'm all over it.
I know you are.
Ah,
Right,
ah.
getting back. Yeah. So, question is, do you think they'll make another one, Deadpool 3, or not?
Well, I was looking on Wikipedia for the plot to Deadpool 3, and it literally says an extended cut of the film is in the works, and a sequel, Deadpool 3, is in development.
Oh,
That's on Wikipedia.
I read that they
But
will do. They
I wouldn't be
might do.
surprised.
They might do another one. They're not sure because they don't know how far you can keep going with the jokes and stuff. There's only a certain
Oh,
amount.
because half the jokes are about um like the references, aren't they? So you can
Yeah,
literally go anywhere. It's just kind of figuring out a plot
but
that will
I
be
think that's what they meant by it, like how to fit stuff in and like
yeah.
plot wise. But I think they said they're gonna do an X-Force film though.
Yeah, I think they're definitely doing an X Force film. Whether Deadpool is actually involved in that,
Well, they're gonna
because that's
because
one of
that's
the.
Deadpool. Deadpool makes X-Force.
Does he? See, that's the things I don't know. But I prefer to see Deadpool on his own than with X
Well,
Force.
I think they said they're gonna do an X-Force film, and then I think Domino might get her own spin-off film, but then they'll come back to Deadpool 3.
Mm,
So
that'd be sick.
it's not like he's gone forever.
Yeah,
But yeah, wrapping it
which
up.
I considering how successful this film was.
Yeah, this one
Um,
it wasn't too bad actually. Did I see what did it do? I think
that's one of the things
yeah,
that.
cumulative it's 497 million when its
But
budget
that's
was
just
110.
now,
Yeah, that's just now
and
28th of May that was.
yeah, and it's the 30th now, and it's still going to be out for a while. Because
And
one of the
DVDs are not come out yet either.
yeah, one of the things that worried me about this one was whether it was going to make any money because of where it came out with in terms of Infinity War. Because I think one of the
Yeah,
things because the first film definitely got helped
by nothing
by
coming out.
by its release date, and then this film like there's like so much coming up. So there's Avengers, there's Solo, there's Deadpool 2,
I think
like
they
there's a
knew.
lot.
I think with doing that though, they was fine because they knew they still had an audience for it.
Yeah, definitely, but it's just I do think it was really risky.
Yeah, it was, but that's what it is. But
Yeah,
wrapping it up, well, this has been film talks with John Banks, Chloe Riley. Uh,
yeah.
go on. What is your Instagram, Chloe? We can check you out.
Film Lady Reviews on Instagram and Film Lady Reviews out on WordPress, where I post film reviews on
And
some stuff.
there you go and check it out. Read some of her reviews. She might do one on Deadpool too. Not sure.
Probably not.
Probably not. She's done ones on other things though. Mine's
Yeah.
Beauty and Photography on Instagram. It's just a photography account, so go and check it out. And we hope you enjoy. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.